Hey everybody, it's the Black Powder Beginner, and today we're taking a look at the Gewhar 71, or as Americans like to call it, the Mauser Model 1871. Let's take a look at it. So, here is the, I'm going to butcher this, but Gewhar 71. It was first developed by the Mauser brothers, Peter, Paul, and Wilhelm, in 1867. And the reason for that, like everything else in the 19th century, when dealing with firearms such as this, is that for German or the German kingdom military trials. Now, of course, in 1867, this rifle, well, it wasn't actually this rifle, but the rifle that the Mauser brothers submitted did not get accepted. But what ended up happening was, in just a weird twist of fate, is that Samuel Norris, a salesman for Remington, which was overseas trying to sell the Remington rolling block, actually met the brothers, talked to the brothers, thought that there was something to these bolt-action single-shot rifles, and decided to kind of help them develop the rifle and sell the rifle. Well, over the course of a few years, Samuel Norris actually went on to do other things. And a lot of people thought that these rifles were not going to make much of a difference. At the end of the day, 4 years, the Mauser brothers made some changes to the rifle and then resubmitted it for military trials. And in 1871, the rifle was accepted by the Kingdom of Germany. They accepted the rifle, but they wanted to have a few changes. The Mauser brothers made those changes and, in a sense, got rid of it was actually called a needle gun, some kind of needle gun. They used paper cartridge, and this was actually Germany's very first metallic firing rifle. So I know you can look up a lot of the other information and kind of deep delve into it, but it's actually interesting that Remington actually touched for a hot second, not much, but just touched something that was made exclusively for Germany. So in 1972, they actually put this rifle into production, and it actually didn't help the Mauser brothers much because the Kingdom of Germany decided to make it a state secret. The Mauser brothers could not sell the patent. They could only really make rifle parts, and so that's what they actually did. And then eventually, they did come across a little bit of a fortune, I suppose. But what we have here is something that will start a single-shot bolt-action rifle revolution. So let's take a closer look. So, as you can see, this rifle was produced in 1875, and it has a number of stampings on it. I believe these here, it's hard to see. These here are the armory stampings. I could tell you what they are, but I'm going to butcher the names, but just let it be known that the Kingdom of Germany and their arsenals, they had several arsenals, had a hand in creating this rifle. producing this rifle. There are also some more stampings, but what kind of caught my eye, well, let me just take it from the back to the front. So, as always, there's a buttstock plate, heavy metal buttstock plate. There's quite a few markings. Here's the actual bolt, and try to see if I can operate this with one hand, but flag safety. This one's quite stiff, but single shot with no magazine. And it actually works quite well for being from 1875. I can actually operate it with one hand. It has the sling mounts on the trigger guard. It has a very peculiar sighting system. And this has a flip-up sight, but has several markings and whatnot to it. I normally don't deep dive into a rifle like this, but you can actually slide it up. But I don't want to bang it up. It's actually a 2-band rifle with another sling mount on the front band and 36-inch long barrel with a cleaning rod and a bayonet attachment. I don't know, a bayonet spur or a lug, bayonet lug. It does have the band springs, of course. I'm trying not to bang this up while I look at it with one hand. But what really caught my eye about this rifle is how much detail was put into producing or creating this rifle. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So if you look at, so now the safety is engaged, and as you can see, there's a serial number on the flag safety. There's a serial number on the bolt handle. There's a serial number on the handle, on the bolt assembly lug itself. There is actually a serial number here, model 71. Some more cartouches that I have no idea about. Another serial number. There's actually a serial number on, I don't think I can get this in the shot, but there's actually a serial number on the sight. And if you flip it over, there's a serial number on each barrel band. There's actually serial numbers on the heads of the screws. So, wait, hold on. And even a serial number here on the nose cap. So as I said, this is a 36-inch long barrel. And let's take a look at the bore. So there you have the rifling. This is quite astounding. My trapdoor does have rifling. It is faint, but nothing as good as this on a 100-plus-year-old rifle. So, I'm excited to shoot this rifle. And speaking of, let's get down. Let me just sit that to the side, and let me show you one more thing. These are what I'm going to be shooting. And these are German-made actual rifles, but actual rifles, actual cartridges, but I don't necessarily believe that they're from 1875. The one thing I will say about Germans is that they were very precise on the things that they did. And there is an actual serial number, and I don't think I'll be able to show it to you, but no. No. But take my word for it. There's serial number marks. That's what these marks are. It's hard to zoom in to keep them in focus, but it says 82. Something along those lines. But this is an 11 millimeter, 11.15 by 60 millimeter paper patched 40, what Americans would call 43 Mauser. And you see, it's not completely straight walled, but these people are quite hard to come by. So, with that being said, let's go shoot some. Be right back. All right, we're gonna see how these do. Oh shit! Shot
high. Hey, it went off. It's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I gotta hold on to this like it's gold. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shot high. You ain't even on paper.
Yeah, I kind of. That was kind of a. Yeah, that was a jerk right there, cause
I wasn't sure. I was like, it's gonna blow up. I hope it doesn't blow up. All right.
Yeah.
Round number 2. Now I'm gonna actually aim.
That was off to the right. High.
Still
Where
high.
did you aim?
Bottom of the circle.
Shoot at. Shoot at the grass.
Aim for the grass. Okay.
At the top of the grass, below the target.
Okay.
And that thing is shooting way off to the right.
Okay.
It's in between the targets.
In between the targets.
Yeah. Which target? You shoot on the left one?
Shoot on the right one.
Right one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Not even near.
Okay. So it's between. So it's shooting off towards the target to the left.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I aim.
Right bottom corner, right at the grass.
Okay.
Hey, we have a hit.
Where?
Right at the edge. Right at about 2:30. Right at the edge.
So.
Yeah. I mean, right at the edge.
So. Oh, it's in there.
Huh?
Ooh, baby.
You got it, Rod?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's why when I buy something, I always check to make sure that the bullet
Yeah.
or some way I can load it.
I didn't think about that when I saw it. I just said, "Oh, it looks really good." Is that? It's not long enough.
Just drop it down there.
It's in there.
Dump it out.
Wait,
Drop
both.
it. Drop it, man.
There we go.
Knock it out.
Yeah.
See? The gravity's doing its job.
Yeah.
A little bit more. rolling.
A little bit. Well, all right, one more. That's all I got left. You try to see if I can actually hit the black.
All right.
So
Same deal. Aim for right at the center on the grass.
at the center on. Okay. All right.
All right. We're at the bottom of the paper center.
Yes.
That makes number 5.
That makes number 5. Well, it was a pleasure shooting you, but
Those loads are black powder loads.
yeah, it's a black powder rifle. Yeah, it's a.
Find the dies for that thing.
I got the dies for it. The problem was just finding brass.